Hi, this is Karen, Planet Mosh. We're at the ABC in Glasgow, and I'm with Dean from Theory of a Deadman. Hi.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good, really good.
Excellent. You guys just got in from Russia, is that right?
Yeah, we played 2 shows, one in Moscow and St. Petersburg, and then we flew right to London on, what day is it today? Sunday, on Friday,
Yeah.
and we played Newcastle last night.
What a life.
Yeah, it's a whirlwind.
It must be.
Yeah,
I was
quite
thinking,
a culture change from going from St. Petersburg to London too.
I bet.
Yeah.
I was thinking about, I was with a band on Friday night called Wilson.
Yeah,
You
good
know
friends
those
of
guys?
ours.
Yeah.
Yep,
They were here on Friday, and it's their first headline tour in the UK.
yep.
And they were gobsmacked at like people singing their lyrics back to them. They couldn't believe it.
Oh,
but
I know.
to go to Russia
Yeah,
and have that happen,
yeah.
when
it
it's
was
not
crazy.
even their first language, that must be.
It's pretty
Insane.
neat. They're a lot like the UK. The fans are really knowledgeable of the band's material. It's not just the song that's on the radio. They really dig into the material, and they go back in albums and albums. So the last, it was really funny. The last time we played Russia, we had played Moscow, and we were finished the night, and everybody's chanting, say goodbye, which is one of our songs that was never a single. It never was released on radio.
Wow.
But somehow in Russia it had become quite a huge song. So it took us completely by surprise. We hadn't played it in 10 years.
And did you
I'm
play
sorry.
it?
No, we didn't. But we did this time around.
Okay, oh, well, that's
Yeah,
okay
we
then.
rehearsed it, and
They were happy.
we got all prepared to play Say Goodbye for Russia.
That's so strange, isn't it?
Yeah, it totally took us by surprise.
It kind of went like that on Friday night. Right at the end, Chad came back on by himself, and some guy in the crowd shouted, Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden the whole crowd started Detroit, Michigan, and he just
Yeah.
stood as if to say, I don't really know what to do. This is weird.
Yeah. Oh, the fans over here are so awesome. We love coming because of the fans.
Well, I wanted to ask you about that because tonight's going to be my 4th time seeing you guys.
Oh, great.
I've seen you twice opening up for other people,
Mhm.
and then the last time you headlined in here as well. And every time I've seen you, you always spend ages after the gig
Yeah.
at your merch stand meeting people. And
Yeah. I mean,
you did it. You opened for Alter Bridge years ago, down at the SEC, and you did it. You're still to this day the only band I've ever seen do that in that venue.
yeah.
Because it's like an 8,000 capacity. You get such a big queue.
Yeah. It,
But you
it
guys
was
do it.
great. That's how when we first started in Canada and the US, it was important to get that relationship with the fans. You know, so it's something that, because we haven't played over here in the UK so much, that we sort of went back to our roots, and that's how we created a great fan base back home. And that's all we know is how to make fans that way. So we said, why not? And yeah, it took us hours to say hi to everybody, but it was
Literally.
really important to us.
I know when you headlined here last year, you were maybe an hour at least after the gig. I was last in line.
Yeah.
So I know you met every person who waited because I was the last one. And then you went and shook the hands of all the security guys who were probably on overtime by that
Oh
point.
yeah, well
but-
that's the thing. Like, these guys, they're working hard all night, and then we do something like that, which is great for the fans. But I'm sure every security guard's like, "Come on, boys, moving along, let's go. I want to get home."
You know, it was nice that you acknowledged that they had waited about, because
Yeah.
a lot of bands would have just been straight off
No, it's
and not bothered.
important. It's a team atmosphere to put on a rock show. It takes a lot of people behind the scenes to be able to do it.
Absolutely. You can hear some of them sound checking just
Yeah,
now, I think.
yeah. We got some great opening bands too tonight.
Are they bands that you've kind of brought with you, or have they just been added to the bill that you
They've
don't
been
know,
added to
or-
the show. We had our first night last night with Royal Republic and Forever Never are the bands that are playing with us right now.
They're not
and-
the easiest names to say, are they?
No, a little bit of tongue twisters, but it's Tyler's job to say it on stage, so I can screw it up back here, no problem.
He's sitting there with his headphones on, completely oblivious to the fact we're talking about him.
His zone.
Concentrating hard. The other thing that I kind of thought about with you guys is sometimes you you go and you see a band and it's so serious and there's no fun and it's all about the music. And
Right.
And you guys aren't like that at all.
No.
It's such a good time when you
no,
go to a
we
BA show.
I think early on when we were new, we sort of took it real serious, like we're gonna be rock and rollers. And the more we got comfortable on stage and even our style of music, our true personalities come out, and we are a bunch of jokesters. We have fun with each other all the time, play jokes, and I think over time with confidence and just a comfort of who we are, it's really shown, and I think the fans dig it. We make sure everybody's having as much fun as we are on stage.
Cool. So how do you manage to keep it new? Because you tour a lot. It's not even a year since you've been here. So
Yeah.
do you get bored, or is there something new every night that you do that you?
Oh, every night's different, and that's the thing. It's always about the crowd.
Yeah.
Right. It's a new crowd every night, so we feed a lot off that. We recently just did an acoustic tour in Canada.
You did a little acoustic section last time.
Did we?
Yeah.
But we did a full hour and a half acoustic set, and I'll tell you, we had a great time. And that was another venue where personality really came out. Tyler's quite a joke teller and pretty funny guy, so when you got everybody sitting down and you have their full attention, it was a lot of fun to be able to do that kind of stuff. And that keeps it fresh too, because we haven't done the full rock and roll set for quite a while now, because we took a little break over the holidays, did an acoustic set, so now this is back and fresh for us.
Cool. What was the audience reaction like to all acoustic? Is it the same? Are they quieter? Do you get the same reaction?
It's a lot quieter, but it's not like in a rock show when it's quiet you get nervous. You're like, well, what's going on? Nobody's having fun. But an acoustic set where everybody's sitting, everybody's just having a good time, singing along, it's more of a relaxed feel.
Yeah.
So the quietness really didn't bother me too much.
So did you kind of like change up the set list a little bit?
Yeah, quite a bit.
There will be some songs that just maybe wouldn't work acoustic, or?
Yeah, but we also, it gave us a chance to play a lot of the slower songs and the ballads that we have, because we've written so many ballads over the years that have gotten a lot of radio play, especially in Canada. So it was neat to be able to change a set list up and sort of cater to those songs more.
You have been kind of known as the breakup song band.
Yeah.
For a while, haven't you? But the last album changed that up a bit, though. That was a lot heavier.
Yeah, well, that's with the Savages. We really wanted to come out with a more aggressive record, something that our musicality sort of showcased that a little bit too, and that was a really fun record to do. And those songs are a lot of fun to play live.
I bet they're a lot of fun to listen to.
Yeah, it's a lot of energy.
Absolutely. I have to ask about, I know you're probably sick, everybody asks you this, but the guy that got me into rock music was Alice Cooper. So
oh, really?
To get to work with him must have been just ridiculous.
Yeah, the band never really crossed paths with him. Tyler was lucky enough to go to Alice Cooper's house in Phoenix, and he sat in on his recording, sort of, I guess, directing him, but he's such a professional that I think he did it in 2 takes and it was like flawless. And Tyler was like, yeah, we got it.
That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah. I think Tyler was supposed to be there on one day, and it was like a last minute cancellation, so he had to spend another night and go the next day, and we're convinced that he had a tea time and he was golfing.
Oh, probably.
Because he's a huge
he
golfer.
Golfs every day, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he had a round set up. He's like, okay, move that till tomorrow. We'll take care of it tomorrow.
Because he knows he can do it like that.
Yeah.
He's
earned his stripes.
Around, does he?
Definitely.
I think I must have been about maybe 8 or 9, and I got a compilation cassette, and there was a song on it, and I thought, what is that? I've never heard anything like this before. And it was Poison.
Oh, yeah.
And that's, what a song. And I just thought, what is this? I need to hear more of this.
Yeah. Well, that song, Savages, Tyler had written that sort of rant in the middle of it, and for me, it reminded me a lot of like an Axl Rose rant, and of course Guns N' Roses used Alice Cooper on the Use Your Illusion records too.
Yeah.
So it's a cool sort of come half circle.
Funny
Those
how-
are the idols that I grew up listening to, and I'd be able to use it too.
And now Guns N' Roses are back as well.
Yeah, yeah, that's exciting.
My God.
I hope they do a full tour. I think from last I heard, they just have a couple of Vegas gigs and then a California festival show or something.
Might be worth it though.
Yeah.
I can feel a trip to California coming on.
Yeah, right. I think a friend of mine back home, he's got tickets to go down to Vegas to go see it.
Wow, that would just be something else, eh?
Yeah.
So what's next for you guys after the tour? Is there a new album in the
Yeah,
works?
yeah. It's definitely time to go home and relax for a bit. It's going to be in April. It'll be 2 years since we've been touring Savages.
Wow.
So
Time flies, doesn't it?
it does,
It seems
yeah.
like no time since
I
that
know.
came out.
yeah, it's been 2 years touring that now. So yeah, time to go and write some more material, and you know, we should have some new stuff by the end of the year, I imagine.
Good stuff. And then you can come back and play again.
And then
for
we'll
us.
definitely be coming back and playing again. I know we're talking about doing the acoustic thing again in the fall. We're going to do the sort of the eastern side. We just did it in the west of Canada. So we're going to do some eastern Canada stuff and then down into the States a little bit.
Cool. Do you think you might bring that over here? Do you think?
Yeah, well, we'll
Yeah.
see. It was really well received by the audiences and the promoters and everybody. It was the first time in the 15 years of us touring that we've ever had a chance to do something like that, and it was awesome. So we definitely want to do some more of that.
Cool. I think the thing about your fans is they're really, really dedicated, aren't they? I mean, you're probably not going to be on stage for about 3 hours, and they're outside already.
Yeah, they're already lined up. They're waiting. They're ready. Yeah.
And it was the same last time. They were out and along the street and away up the hill. You couldn't even see the end of the queue. They love you guys.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. Well, we love them. That's why we love coming back.
I actually had it in my head that it was only maybe about 6 months since you'd been here, but it's
No,
it's
it's-
9 or 10 months.
Yeah.
Time
Yeah.
flies.
I think it's. Was it?
I think it was April.
Was it?
Yeah, because I reviewed it. I looked it up because I couldn't remember either, and it turned out it was April, which is
When we
just,
headlined?
yeah, in here. It's nuts.
I'll take your word for it. 'Cause it all goes by way too quick for me.
You don't even know what country you're in half
Yeah.
the time, probably. Okay, listen, I'll let you go in where you've got tons of stuff to do before you get on stage, and I need to get myself out and join that queue before it gets any bigger.
Yeah. Somebody was asking for something. I gotta go back and see what she wanted.
Funnily enough, she was in the front row at Wilson the other night as well. So
Yeah. Well, I've already talked to her once, so we'll see. I think she gave him some sort of duck as a gift.
Oh God, yeah, it was rude. It was a duck with a dick.
Yeah. I saw the Instagram post
He was
that
waving
put
it
up
around
there.
on stage the other
Yeah.
night. Yeah. Welcome to Scotland. Have a
Well,
duck
maybe
with
she
a
has a
dick.
duck with a dick for us.
We'll see if we can find you one.
Yeah.
Listen, thanks very much for your time.
Great.
Cheers.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
Yeah.